Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're in day 2 of Swift tutorial. We will talk about the basic operators. We will talk about terminologies and all kind of operators we have in Swift. Actually, basic operators. We have another day for advanced operators. Yeah, let's start our playground. So here's our playground. I made it already. So file, new playground. You can make it, name it, and put it everywhere you like. And then slowly when we move forward, I copy paste the codes here, and we can work on them. Okay, so let's go to subject. So operators actually is an operator is a special symbol or phrases that you use to check, change, or combine values. So what this means? We will go, and find it out. Actually, we can assign a value, we can change the value, or even we can combine value together. But we look at these operators in two type. First of all, terminologies, which is we categorize it, but by unary, binary, and ternary. Unary are operators that has only one single target, and this could be prefix, which is sitting before target, or postfix, which is sitting right immediately after target. So here you go. Minus a is an example for this. In C factorial, it's the postfix example. Binary, it's actually 90% of operators are that's has two targets and sitting between them in fix. And the ternary has three targets, and the best solution, maybe the only solution, is ternary condition operators. That's if a is true, output will be B. If A is false, output will be C. This is something you have it in other languages as well. So yeah, now let's go through any single any kind of operators and talk about them. First of all, we have assignments operators. Assignment operators for assigning value to a variable. Here you go. So we assign 10 to B. So here you will see, yes, 10 to B, and B is 10, A is 5, then we say A is equal B, so and A gonna be 10 as well now. So with assignments operators, we did that. This, I know this is pretty easy, but we need to go through this, and then later we will have some operators, maybe new faces for you. And yeah, tuple, we can even assign use for assign operators for assigning tuple, as we did in past when we spoke about the tuples. And something you need to know about the assignment is that there is no output for that. So when we say x equal y, it doesn't mean that this is true. If you want to see if it's there should be, you need to use double equal, which is compare comparison operators that we will go through them later. Okay, so this another kind of operators are arithmetic operators. So arithmetic operators, for sure, the most famous of them: additional, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Here you go. And of course these should be commented, and for these ones it even didn't give you any error, but we can say, for example, let a equal this. Actually, let me make this var, which is a variable, then I can change it. So I say a equal this, a equal this, a equal this. So you will see a gonna change. It will get error here. And what was that error? First of all, a, it says is it's not here because I used a. So let me make this a 1, 2, yeah. At least this one going for moving forward, but for this one cannot assign value with type of double to integer. Yes, because here when we declare this, it became an integer. So type, if it's like I declare this like this, it is an integer. So now I cannot change the type. So this is type safety that we in basic day one in the basics of Swift we went over it. You will see how much important is that one. Slowly we will need that. So for this one I use let a 2. So now it will work because it's gonna be this gonna be brand new constant which type of double, but on this one you will see type is integer. Yeah. So yeah, about the assignments, arithmetic operators, we have other arithmetic operators, for even arithmetic we can use it for numerics. Also we can use it for text, even for array. So later you will go over that. Also here I spoke about overflow, which is subject of advanced operators that we will go over it later. So if the are, for example, multiple result being more than integer, maximum integer, then it will be overflow. So Swift will handle it itself, but we need to use overflow operators. And here you will see for any string, let a 3 equal this guy. Yeah, it's gonna be hello world. So let's see. Yes, it's gonna be hello world. Okay. So reminder operators is this one is part of arithmetic operators as well. So here we go. It's just when you write I percentage b, just give look at the a and see how many b gonna be fit in there, and the final reminder. So for example, say let's a b reminder by a equal this, which gonna be 1. And yeah, it's look like you say like this. And just about the reminder, we go through minus. So if our number our main number being minus, let me make this var, then I can use it here. Okay, so now you will see it will be -1, but if we have minus here, it will be ignored. So for example, if I say nine percentage reminder by 4, it will be 1. This gonna be ignored. Don't care about that, this operators. But if here we're gonna be minus, yes, result will be minus. Okay, this let's see how they call say. They say the remainder operators calculate 9 remind 9 by 4. Yeah, I believe you know it's clear now. Another arithmetic operators, it's unary minus operators. That already I used that, which is minus, just coming immediately before our number and make it, here I just say 3 is 3, then I make it minus, then I make this minus again minus, so it became positive. Yeah, and we have unary plus operators, usually do nothing of the number, and it's gonna be the same. It's a logic, you know that. Yeah, and yeah, these are all our arithmetic operators. And now let's go to compound assignment operators. This is kind of arithmetic as well, but I use it as this. So compound, maybe you saw it in other languages. Yeah, let me use this compound. Assignment operators, and say okay, so this combine for me, make it plus 2, so you will see it's 1, it's going to be plus 2. If again I have this here, it's going to be what? You can say it, yes, it's going to be 5. Yeah, you can find this playground in the comments for your reference. I know it is pretty easy, but make your job easier. And yeah, so here compound assignment operators don't return a value, so you can't use something like this, because this one just changed a. Later in functional programming, you will find that it's kind of functional, not object, object oriented. Just change this. Okay. Comparison operators. So if you remember, the one place I tried to use assignment operators, and we found that it's not possible. Here we have comparison operators. That we have, and I use this to playground to find out how they work. Here's a equal, so 1 is equal 1, yes, so this is going to be true. Here you will see it's true. 2 is not equal 1, yes, it's true. 2 is greater than 1, true. 1 is less than 2, true. True. 1 is greater than equal than 1, true. And 2 is less than or equal 1, which is false. Yeah. So this is comparison operators, and here is an example. You can test it out. You will see that we say okay, let name is equal word, and then we say if name equal word, which is I just assigned it on top, then it's go print hello world. If not, yeah, so if I, for example, make this change to 1, then you will see it will go, I'm sorry, word, but you know, I'm sorry, this guy is don't recognize you. Okay, so here you will see how comparison work. You can use it in conditions, and here it's you can do comparison over tuples as well. The only things you need to be careful about that you know, the type of tuple you put both you know, double out you know, outside double side of the compare operators being possible to be compare, like we cannot compare to digital sorry, do logics like true and false together, but we can compare number. It's comparable, it's supposed to be. And here you can see that, you know, and it starts from left side. So if this guy's one is true, then it's gonna be true. Doesn't care if zebra is bigger than apple. Its approach is like a string. So when we compare to a string, we start from left and like that. Okay, and here we will get error for this one because false and true is not comparable. So let's see. Yes, binary operators cannot be applied to string Boolean because these guys are Boolean. We cannot use this. And yeah, ternary condition operators, this is something that you will use a lot, and here you go. Here you will see this guy. You say, okay, this is how it is. This is the actually you know, not summarize the condition, question, answer. And so if I want to write down, you know, how it's gonna be, we will say question mark answer 1 or answer 2. So this gonna be you know, how we can go by this for ternary. I got error because it's not the, you know, it's not, they're not resolved. So I just put this as guidance. Okay, so let's see, you know, which question. Yeah, here you go. We have a sample provided by Swift documentation. So here you go. So this is 40 hash header is true. So you will see that right high will be 90. Yes, because we can't you know, output of this will be 50, and then yes, if I make this false, yes, you will see it's gonna be 60 because it's gonna pick up this one. Yeah, so let me make it true to be exactly like that. So here you go, we have another test for ternary condition. Content height for the hash header has headers true. Yeah, it's actually, it's used the same, so we need to comment the top one to use this one. Other than that, we get error for double declaration. Here you go. So here you see must have initial value when entered top level. Okay, so where let's write high. Yeah, this guy. Yeah, this guy need the initial value. So write high. Yeah, because raw high we got. Yeah, you know what? Let me do it more smart. So I do not comment this guy, and I just comment these two. Let's see what's happening. because we already, yes. So ri high, invalid declaration of ri high. Yeah, because we already declared that as an integer on top. So I don't use this. And let's see, cannot assign value ri high is let's, yes, so I make this variable. Yeah, actually, it's good for you that look at this, because you will get idea how you can fix errors and think about what's happening. So I already declared these guys, and also this one I gonna change it, so I make this variable to be able to change it. Yeah, and here was the double declaration, that's why I comment them out. Yeah, there you go. And so you will see Raiha at the end gonna be 90. Actually this try to say that this is shorthand for this guy. So you see that in just one line we make shorthand for this guy. So how easy it gonna be, even we don't have to declare as a int, so you will see how much shorter gonna be. Yeah, and yes, so okay, so another operators we're gonna over it. It's gonna be Nil-Coalescing operators. I hope I pronounce it correctly. This is actually is double question mark. We said that our ternary condition operators is a shorthand for something like this. It's one if and else, and even shorthand for ternary condition operators in a special case of nil being a being nil, it's gonna be this one. So let me make this test this in our playground. Here you go. So in our playground I use this, but I make it double A, and here double A and double B. I'm gonna get error here because I did not declare this, guys. So I'm gonna say, okay, let AA, for example, equal correct, and let BB equal right. Yeah, and so here I'll get error. Now why? Because it says cannot force unwrap value of non-optional. So here I make it unwrap. So I have two solution here. I can click here. It's gonna say, okay, replace this with this. So you actually remove this, but I want to keep it. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna say, okay, I make this optional. I want to show you how you can make it optional. So I say a string optional. So now it gonna go, and here when I compare this, it says correct. So I want to say that shorthand of this gonna be a question mark, double question, or Nil-Coalescing operators, and BB. So this gonna return correct as well. Yeah, so you will see how easy it gonna be. So these are shortened syntax, as I told you before, even optional is shortened syntax to make for you to convince you to with less coding when you swifting. Yeah, here you go. I do another one. So here's a default color is red, and I say, okay, user defined color name is string default to nil. So here it's gonna be nil. Yeah, and here I just say, okay, color name to use gonna be this one, and Nil-Coalescing this one, default color name. So if this nil, then they're gonna pick this up. Yeah. So you know, here I can test this out as well. Let me remove this and see what's happened. Yeah, got error. So yeah, forget it. So here you will see that if we do not give initial to the variable, yeah, I think it's because it's constant or whatever. Anyway, so here you will see that this one I can say here equal nil, and it will work as well. Yeah, but if when I don't give it a value, because I want to just remind you that we have in basic we have this. Okay, so let's go to that one. So that one for Nil-Coalescing, I have another you know, example for you here, and here you will see this gonna go green, so default color, because user defined color name is nil. Okay, the other one is range operators. You know, for range operators, it's very useful for you, and it's another shorthand operators for you. You know, usually you have to when you want to deal with array, you have to find out the count in other language, but here make it pretty easy for you. So here I just say okay, range operators here, and then close range operators. So close range operators is this one. So here you will see 1, 3 dot, and 5. So it's gonna count from 1 to 5. So if I run this, you will see in console from 5, 10, 15, 20, and you know, 25. So because it's index gonna be here, 1 times 5, 2 times 5. Yeah, here we go. And so this is closed range, but we have another half open range. So half open range, it's gonna be like this. So we have an array here. Actually, let me title this because it's gonna be in comments for assisting you. So here you go. So here you will see names gonna be these guys, and then I make half open. So here I count how many these are, and I set from 0, 2 dots, less than operators, and then count. So it's gonna be all except count. So it's gonna show it until here to me. Count's gonna be start from 0 to count. Oh, yeah, here I said +1. So just start from this one, and yeah, here we go. And the other one is one side range. What if I don't want to, you know, count it, you know, before? If it's possible, yes, pretty possible. So let's go through this. We have, you know, one side range from begin and from end here. You just put 3 dots after, you know, your first number, you know, so start from 2 and go until end of the array. Or start from beginning of the array and come to 2. So here you will see 2 different performance. So 2 times, 3 times, here you go. And we can use even half open for this. So here you will see don't go over 2. Only Anne and Alex. Okay, the other one is you know, actually is the same you know, one side range here. I use it for integer, so it's start from integer. So don't assume it starts from 0. No, it starts from minus maximum number of integer. So you will see that yes, minus 1 is counted. Even if I say minus 1000, I believe should be there. Yes. But if I say minus int dot max, it is in there. But if I plus it 1, yes, let's see. Minus dot max still is in there. Yeah, interesting. So even it goes over integer. Okay. Yes, so here you go, and for ranges, and the last part we have logic operators. Logic probably for sure you know, it's and, or, and not. It's pretty easy for not. Whatever a is, it's gonna make it opposite side. If it's minus, gonna make it positive. It's positive, is make it negative. And for if it's make it not of that. And a and a logic and with b, both should be true, then output will be true. And for or, but even one of them being true, gonna be true. So it's logical. You need to know how it works. So here is a sample. You will see it say access denied because allow entry was false. Now it's true. Yeah. And here just go over them again. And here you will see logic and. So say access denied because this is true, it's false, become false, so didn't go through welcome. Yeah, but if I make this or, which I do it in the next one, you will see that it said welcome. Yeah, here you go. Let me copy this one, and here you will see it will say welcome because it's one of them is correct and it's or, so it's pick up correct. The last thing you need to know is combining logic. So we can have more than one logic for our output when we need that. So here you will see it says and it's start from left. So say this guy and this guy, it's false, but with this one and this one become true because one of them is true and all gonna be true. And we can please set it with parentheses. So if we want to some part being calculated separately, we put it inside parentheses, and then output again, this guy output will be false, but false over one of the true, it's gonna be true. So this one will be true. Yeah, that's it for our basic operators. We review all details one by one. I hope you like it. In the next day we will go over string and characters, and we will review that. I hope you like this. If you like it, please make sure to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to be subscribed. Any question, please ask in comment. I'll be more than happy to help. And I wish the best for you, and have a good one. See you next day with next subject.